Hello, everybody. So, I am coming on today to do the 10 things I love tag. And at first, I wasn't going to do this tag because, like for many of you that's probably done this tag, it's very hard to write down 10 things. I've personally never have done that before. So, I thought it was very challenging for me to try to just pick 10. So, here we go. Here are my answers. And I also want to say, I find it very fascinating because I've been watching a lot of these tags on the age difference between the answers that everyone's given. I find that very, very cool. I don't know if you guys have caught that, but some of the younger crowd and their 10 things they loved compared to the more mature, a little bit older crowd and their answers. I really like that. I liked hearing the different comparable, sometimes the same, sometimes not answers. I love it. So thank you to all of you that have already done this tag because I have enjoyed it. Okay, so obviously the first thing that I love is my God, my Lord. I have conversations with my God every single day. Every single day I talk with him or her or whoever the spirit may be. And I let my God know how much I'm thankful for. Every single day I'm thankful. And I've noticed that I've gotten closer with God as I've gotten more mature, as I've gotten older. Because as you're a child, as you're preteen, you don't really get it. I mean, you may, but you may not. You know, I went to church, I took Bible studies, I took the classes, and I heard all of the stories and learned the 10 Commandments and yada, yada, yada. But it never really sunk in, you know, it never really stuck until I would say, late 20s. And then I really, really was like, wow, okay, this is what they were shoveling my direction as a child and my grandmother and, you know, going to church. It all started to make sense. And if it wasn't for him, for his grace, I wouldn't have gotten through a lot of what I had to get through in my life. Two, my incredible husband of 9 years, Jarrett. He is truly the love of my life. The love of my life. And I've had one other love. But Jarrett, he takes the cake. He is the other half of me, the air I breathe, we finish each other's sentences. We know what we're thinking before we even say it. I know every smirk, every smile, every grin, every expression. He is my everything. And one of my favorite movies is Sleepless in Seattle. And Tom Hanks was the leading man in the movie. And there is this part where he was talking about his wife who had passed. He was talking to a radio talk show host, and he was describing his wife. And he said, basically, it was a million tiny things that when you added them all up, you just knew that you were meant to be together. And really, that is very true because there isn't just one thing that I love about Jarrett. There isn't 10 things, there isn't 20 things. It's every little thing. And when you add them all up, is why I love him. And another reason why I thank God every single day for bringing him into my life. And as my grandmother told me when I was younger, that don't worry, honey, because God already has someone out there for you. He already knows who he is. He's going to bring them into your life when you least expect it. And that's exactly what happened. And, because I used to pray for that special person to come into my life. And that's when my grandmother, she told me, you can pray, honey, but he already has that person for you. He knows who he is. And I wish every single day that my grandmother was here and she got to meet Jarrett, because she'd already passed before I had met my husband. And I know she would have loved him. Okay, I'm trying not to get teary-eyed. Okay, 3. Of course, family, friends, and my reborns. They are all roped into this one entity, because all of you know how much our families are to us and how much our friends are to us. And without them, our life wouldn't be as enriched and fulfilled as it is. And all of us feel deeply in love with our family and our friends. And I put my reborns into that slot because I do love them. I do truly love them. Of course, there's a line. We all know that they're not real, and that, of course, you're not going to put your life on the line for a reborn. But the amount of love that I have felt for these babies and how much they have brought to my life and the friends that it has brought to my way, that's why they're in the category. Along with my animals, my pets. They are my family. And a lot of people out there may disagree. A lot of you may agree. But for me, my animals are like my children. I love them. I love them so much. They are our babies. Our animals we bought, 2 of them we bought before we were married. And especially Jake. Jake was a birthday present for my husband 2 years prior to Jarrett and I getting married. And yes, so they mean a lot to me. So my family, my friends, my pets, and my reborns are all wrapped into that slot number 3 of what I love. Okay, 4. Being outside. I love nature. I love water. Kimberly really said it best in her video when she was describing how much she loved water. I am very much the same. I love rivers. I love streams. I love brooks. I love oceans. I love water. That is my zen, my happy place, my serenity, my peace. I love it. It's so hard to explain, but those of you that love water, the smell of it, the sound, sticking your toes in the sand and having the water rush over them, I think of nothing. It is like all of my thoughts and everything is tuned out when I am around water. And it's a very spiritual, holy place for me as well. And that's why Jarrett and I got married outside. Sorry, that was my dryer letting me know that my laundry is done drying. But yes, we got married outside. I didn't want to get married in a church because I wanted to be outside with God, looking at the clouds and the fresh air and the trees. I wanted that to be where I marry my husband, God looking down on us, not through a church. So yes, that's number 4. Number 5 is music. Music. Wow, music. I have been a lover of music since I can remember. I have always grown up around music. My dad would play music while I was even in the womb. I came out to music. I love it. It has gotten me through so much. There's so many artists out there that I love that I could list. The Beatles. I love the Beatles. I love Paul McCartney, John Lennon. I just, the messages and the way you feel when you listen to music, and I love to sing along with it and the mood that it puts me in. I honestly cannot live without it. I love music with every fiber of me, the sounds of a guitar and a piano, and I relish in it. I love it so much. So music is my fifth. 6 is definitely helping others and making people feel special. I love to give. Like a lot of us had said, I know a lot of people have said this, but they rather be the giver than the receiver. I am definitely one of those. I have done a lot, off camera that nobody knows. And sometimes that's nice, not to always maybe make it public, but just do it because you're doing it and not really showcasing it. Volunteering and helping others. Oh my gosh. I mean, there's nothing better than doing that. Touching someone's life for that moment, to see their face light up, to see them smile. It's the greatest feeling. Absolutely the greatest feeling. So definitely that's my number 6. Number 7 is fall. I love fall. Fall is my... Oh, so many wonderful things happened to me in fall. One of them being I got married in October. So many wonderful things like cool breezes and Halloween and the colors of the leaves changing and Thanksgiving, hoodies, cuddling with my husband because it's so hot here in Arizona. As soon as it starts to cool down, we're like, it's time to cuddle. Like, get the blankets, let's cuddle. Not that we don't cuddle now, but our body heat, because it's so warm, it's like, okay, we're only going to cuddle for so long because we're making too much heat. But in the fall and the winter, it's like, oh, we never have to let go. I love that. Number 8 is my camera. I feel incomplete without it. I love it. All of the beautiful memories that is captured I couldn't live without it. Seriously, I love taking photos and taking videos and capturing those moments that you will never get back. And I'm sure a lot of you are the same way, but photographs are, just the window to jump back, to see what we've done, to look back. Making memories on that moment and capturing them is just, there isn't enough words to describe it. So definitely that is my number 8. Number 9, I love antique shops. I have always loved them ever since I was little. It connects us to the past. I love going to them in every different state that I visit. I try to do that. But, when you go into an antique store and you walk by and you see different things and you just wonder, like when I see a teacup and I wonder who sipped from that cup, or I see a rocking chair and I think of, what mom soothed their baby to sleep in that chair. It just, everything tells a story in an antique store or a consignment shop, that sells treasures and things like that. I love it. I love it. Even just to walk through and browse, not necessarily buy anything, but it's very nostalgic. And I could just spend hours upon hours in an antique shop. Okay, so number 10. Number 10 is just life in general. I love life, and I'm happy with my life at this moment in time. Sure, we have our ups and downs, we have our goods and our bads, we have our heartbreak, our sorrow, our pain, our happy moments. I love it. And I haven't felt that good in a long time, where you realize that you got to love it all. It's just one big package and you got to love it all. And it may suck sometimes, and it may be unfair, and it may be painful. But God, there's so many wonderful moments, so many good moments, so many happy moments, so many moments that take your breath away. Life in general, I love. I love to live. Love to wake up in the morning and see the sky, to hear the birds, to smell the wonderful smells, the flowers, to hear the rain. Life. Yes, that is my number 10. So, guys, that is my 10 things that I love. And it was very fun doing this tag. Like I said, I could list 1,000 things that I love, but those are the 10. And I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And again, I have enjoyed everybody else's tags out there. They're a lot of fun. Helps us get to know each other. And a lot of us have so much in common. We really do. Especially these beautiful babies, right? Definitely. All right, guys, have a wonderful Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.